All right, y'all. Come on in the room. Gonna give you some more. That's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna give you some more. Unlocking the legacy. Welcome. I see you, Jay. How you doing, buddy? Gonna give you some more. Come on. Come on in the room. Come on. We're going to hold on for a little bit, see if anybody else join in. Welcome to Unlocking Your Legacy. I am your host. My name is Keith Robertson, the Fin Coach. Welcome. I really like this song. Maybe I play it every time we come up. Gonna give you some more. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the room. Come on. Whether it's 1 or 1,000, we're going to be here every week. 1 million, we're going to be here every week. 1, it don't make a difference. We're going to be here every week because this is how important this information is to you and your family. Maybe you don't look at it live. Hopefully you'll see the recording. All right, y'all. All right. Again, my name is Keith Robertson. I am your personal Fin Coach. Welcome to another episode of Unlocking the Legacy. This is where we teach and we talk about the financial skills that are needed so you can leave an inheritance to your children's children. You know, it's sad, but this is a true statement. Most of the time when people die, they don't leave a legacy. Not a tangible legacy. Most of the time when people die, they pass on, they leave debt. And this is something we have to come against right now because listen, you say you love your family, right? You love your wife, you love your children, you love your grandchildren, your brothers and sisters, you just love everybody. But what happens when you leave this plane and you haven't left anything behind for them? Not just to save for their lives, but to take care of you, you know, to put you away properly. You know, when you pass, you just can't be placed somewhere. You have to be placed legally into into what they call entombment, or you have to be cremated legally, right? But anyway, listen, guys. So listen, when we talk about this thing, like I said, most people leave debt. They don't leave a legacy. And so the way that we combat that is through financial literacy. Even when you think about the term financial literacy, you know, what is financial literacy? When we hear it all the time, but what exactly is it? Financial literacy is the ability to use financial tools skillfully, like personal money management, budgeting, investing, and protecting your family. Plainly put, it's the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to make informed decisions about your money. I mean, when we look at financial literacy, it's actually attached to your basic well-being in life. When you're financially secure, well, you have less stress. You're not worrying about money. You're not up in the middle of the night wondering how you're going to satisfy these bills. Anybody ever been there? I know I have. I've been through the struggles. Thank be to God that I was able to see some things to bring me out and bring me on the other side. You know, it improves your mental health. I mean, if it's nothing more than being able to eat the right foods, get the right amount of rest, and be able to just release all that build up frustration that you have in life. You know, I've been with money and I've been without money, and I'm gonna tell you, anybody out there with me can say when you have money, life is just better. When we look at it, it enhances your life satisfaction. Because when you have the financial wherewithal to achieve financial goals, I mean, it does something to your self-esteem. You just feel better about life, you know, versus not being able to do the basic things that you may want to do. And let's go back for a moment. And I said a part of financial literacy is the personal money management. You know, too often we don't manage our money. Because what does a manager do? Those that have a job out there, those that are in that position. You're a manager. What is it that you do? Well, you may tell employees to go here, to go there, to come to work on at this particular time, to do this particular job. See, that's what a manager does. A manager tells you what to do. Too many people work for their money. The money will tell you what you can do, when you can do it, and how long you can do it. Who wants to manage their money properly, effectively? Anybody out there want to understand how to manage the money effectively? Well, this is what financial literacy will do for you. Give you a greater independence. You know, you can come and go as you decide. You understand? You don't have to worry. If you're financially independent, it also equips you where you can possibly walk over into the world of an entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, you have that independence to get up when you get ready. You don't have to get up and punch a clock. When you wake up or when you desire to get up, you do that because you don't have to go to a job. A job, you know, people call it just over broke. Listen, jobs suit a purpose. Jobs suit a purpose. I thank God for jobs out there because they do help the family. Because when we look at the financial situation in the U.S. right now, to afford a house, you need to be making, this is a new statistic, $150,000 a year in household income. So that's two people with a $75,000 annual salary. Median income in this area in Virginia, I believe, is about between 65 and 70,000. So we're a little below that. But you know, but what about the single family households? A single person household, right? A mother with children, a father with children. You need to be making 150,000. So unless you're in a position that will apply that annual income to you, that means you gotta get creative. You gotta get creative in what it is that you do. The first step is to take control of your finances. That's the first step you have to do. Take control of your finances. Well, Keith, how do you do that? Well, let me tell you right now. This is a word that a lot of people hate. When you say the word budget. Ooh, did I step on somebody's toes when I said that? Budget. But let me tell you what budget is not. Budget is just not counting your money. That's not what budget is. Let's go back again. When you understand the dynamics of budgeting, you become that money manager. You can tell those dollars where to go. Once you understand what comes into the house and what happens once they get into your account. You know, something as simple as really understanding these automatic payments that you have coming out of your account every month. You know, you have your Netflix, Hulu, Prime, you name it, right? And if you're out there and you use the internet for your entertainment as far as streaming, there's no telling what you're paying for. Look at your Apple Pay, see what you're paying for. Because a dollar here, a dollar there, it adds up. Truly it does. There's financial software out there, and it's several of them. So I'm not going to just point one out. But, a lot of them, so one, most of them want to connect to Plaid. And listen, Plaid is a secure platform. Plaid is a secure financial platform. So a lot of you out there that's afraid of the man, afraid of the system. Well, I don't know what to tell you other than this. There are safeguards in place. But if you don't believe in the safeguards, go ahead and put the money in under your mattress. Then what happens if your house catches fire? You can leave. I've heard stories about that. But nevertheless, right? But anyway, what these systems will do, they'll let you know what it is that's coming out your account every month. $10 here, $5 here, $2 there. It adds up over the course of a month, over a year. It adds up. It's like rain, right? Or water that drips, continuously dripping in one spot over and over again. And we ride through the Midwest, and we see where these mountains and what wind has done. Something that seems to be not as coarse, right? Something that seems like I'm getting off course here with a tangent. Let me get back on point. But anyway, what I'm saying is managing your money. So when we look at managing your money, right? We want to track. Hopefully I didn't lose y'all. What just happened here? Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I thought I just got kicked off. Sorry about that. So when we look at managing your money, there's several different ways it can be done. Several different ways to budget. The snowball effect, right? The 50, 30, 20 rule. What is that? 50, 30, 20 rule. So 50% of your money goes to your needs, 30% goes to your want, and 20% goes to your saving. But is that right for you? See, and I'm going to share this with you. You need to sit down with someone that's an expert and that's a smart money manager. If you don't know anyone, I am me. 'Cause I am one, right? I'm a fin coach. And let's talk about what that fin is, because a lot of people ask me that. Keep your personal fin coach. What is that fin? Fin is your financial independence number. See, it's no longer a day and time where we aim to get to 65 so we can retire. There are a lot of people out there that's 65 now, and they have to work. Because I told you guys about this statistic about 65. You take 100 people that's 65 years old, all right, 54 of them are still working. That's right. Out of 100, 54 of them are still working. 36 of them are dependent on others. You got another 5% that are deceased, and another 5% that are in a financial situation where they can live their life comfortably or and not squeak out a meager existence. So, again, it's about budgeting your money. Yes, sir, Javion. That's true, man. That's a true statistic. So when we look at this, you have to find out what works best for you. See, what we do when we sit down, or what you need to do when you sit down, I should say, with someone, is that you need to sit down and get a financial plan that's designed specifically for your needs. We call it an expert financial analysis is what's done. Again, you got to look at where you are today. And what are your goals? See, you have to know where you are today if you want to get to tomorrow. Stop. Someone's out there that's living like this. Stop living a reactionary life. Stop putting yourself in a position that I wake up, I go to work, I come home. I wake up, I go to work, I come home. And what happens in between, I react to that. Okay? I'm going to react to the mail that I get. I'm going to react to what happens to me on a daily basis. See, a reactionary life. What happens when you live a reactionary life? Let me take that. I want to back that up. What happens when you have a reactionary life? You're not living. That's surviving. Just want to live. Life is meant to be lived. Would you agree? You need to be proactive in everything that you do. It has to be a plan put in place. Because listen, tomorrow is coming. And I'm going to say this every week till someone get it, until it clicks in your mind. What do you do when your today is tomorrow and you didn't plan for it yesterday? That's real talk. What do you do when today is tomorrow and you didn't plan for it yesterday? See, we are procrastinators. Put it off. We're procrastinators. I put some things off in my life that I wanted to do. I woke up one day not too long ago, and I'm 61 years old. Life happens. See, time moves on. Everything that we do is in the past. See, when I started this live, see, that's in the past. We have to plan for our future. Budgeting. Have some goals in place. And listen, y'all, make those goals huge. You need to make your life goals huge. They have to be smart, though. They have to be specific. They have to be measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Specific. You just don't. All right, I'm gonna talk to somebody out there. You ever, if you pray, right? Do you have specific prayers? Do you get on your knees and you just whine to God? Oh Lord, help me with this, help me with that. Or do you have specific things in mind? You know, don't waste God's time and don't waste your time. Have some specific things in mind in which you want out of life. Measurable. You have to be able to see where you begin, and you have to see where the goal is, but you have to measure incremental steps. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And it has to be something achievable. Now I said make that dream big, right? When I say achievable, you have to believe that you can achieve it. It has nothing to do with anyone else. You have to believe that you can achieve it. And it has to be relevant. You know, you're not going to say, well, I want to go to the moon. I want a Maserati. Okay, that's a goal, but is it really relevant right now as you look at your life and where you are? Maybe that's a goal that you want to get to it one day. But what is the relevant things in your life and what you want to do? So now we go back again, almost one more time, and it has to be timely, right? You don't want to, it needs to be time sensitive. You don't want to have goals where they could linger on for 20 years. I'm getting there, by and by, I'm getting there. You want to have those timely goals put in place. So now we go back to, right, why we're here, creating that legacy. You know, I've been in the financial realm for many years, 20 plus years I've been in the financial realm. I've seen it all as a loan officer, you know, sitting there helping you get your home, helping you pay for a building, you know, those types of personal loans. I've done it, and I know how to do it. I'm an expert in that space. You know, when we look at what goes on in banking, right? But something happened to me not too long ago. I was an underwriter at TD Bank. All right, it's a Canadian-based bank. I was working from home. Everything was well, you know. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and put some things in place, and I'm gonna end my career here. Well, I got laid off. When I got laid off, I realized after the fact all my benefits stopped. You know, I had my health care plan tied up in the job. I had my insurances tied up in the job. But when that job ended, and I saw the cobra, that snake cobra. I understand why they call it that, because most people run from snakes, and definitely I ran from cobra, because the price of my benefits quadrupled. My benefit cost quadrupled, but my income diminished down to zero. Now, does that make sense? You lose a job, then they multiply the cost of your benefits like they're giving you something. Hey, here's some continued benefits. Now I'm not saying anything bad about TD Bank. I really enjoyed my time there. But what it caused me to do is to seek out some alternative options for myself. By doing that, I learned something that I didn't know, is that I truly didn't have a full grasp on what I needed when it came to financial literacy. There were some tools out there I didn't know about. But you know what I found out? I found out the wealthy have been using these tools for a long time. And these are things that we're going to bring forward to you. But listen, I'm not going to be before you long. Let's see, how long has it been? It's already been 20 minutes. I love coming up here talking and getting some information out to you. But listen, again, let's go back real quick. Step 1 is the budget. Step 2 is to set goals. Now, step 3 is to make your goals big, but at the same time, have a plan. If you took, let's say you had a plan, right? You wanted to save $10,000 this year. Right, okay, I'm going to save $10,000. Well, you look at it, oh, wow, where am I going to start? How am I going to do this? Well, do you realize that if you wanted to save $10,000 in a year, you could do that by putting aside $27 a day? $27 a day, $192.30 a week. You understand? That's going to lead to 52 weeks is going to give you 10,000. But you can do that with anything. Anything that you choose. Have measurable goals. Have SMART goals. Things that are, again, timely. And put those things in place. And then don't deter from them. You know, just like I like to use this one. Or I'm going to go to the gym. But then the snooze button goes off in the morning. Or your alarm goes off at 5 in the morning. You hit the snooze button. You lose that one. Get up and go to the gym. Because once you get there, you'll be glad you did. But listen, we're going to be doing... Listen, here's something you guys don't know. I'm going to be launching a new podcast. Going to be launching a new channel. It's called Keith Robertson Fin Coach. Right? Keith Robertson, your personal fin coach. I even have a Facebook page. And I see people are going to it. You know, I see people are going to my Keith Robertson personal fin coach page. But if you go, why don't you go ahead and like and subscribe to it? If you're already there, go ahead and like and subscribe to it. There's going to be a YouTube page as well. And also we're going to be doing some private Zooms a couple times a month. And in those private Zooms, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be breaking down some financial knowledge for you. I'm going to possibly, I'm going to be bringing some guests along on those Zoom calls also to help some of the experts in the financial services area. And it's going to be free. So be sure to subscribe to Keith Robertson, Personal Fin Coach, on the Facebook. And then I'll give you directions how to get to YouTube, how to get to the other areas, even the website, right? Where you can go in and get some other tools that you can use. Because remember, in the beginning, we talked about mindset. Remember, you got to have your mind right. You got to make a decision, right? Tool set. We talked about some tools today, didn't we? The 50-30-20 rule. We talked about budgeting. We talked about a few tools today. Because tools are always going to come up. And then, of course, we talk about skill set. Not only knowing about those tools, but being able to be skillful in those tools. Because again, being able to actually effectively use financial tools skillfully and effectively. That is financial literacy. Knowing how to, again, make wise decisions with your money for yourself. But anyway, that's some stuff that's coming up. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in again this week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. I'm going to be here every Thursday at 8 o'clock. It doesn't make a difference if it's 1 or 100. I'm here for you because I do this for my family. See, when I'm gone, not only am I going to leave them a legacy, I'm going to leave them my words. Because I didn't come from a wealthy household, but a wealthy household is going to come from me. My name is Keith Robertson. I am your personal fin coach. Thank you for tuning in to Unlocking Your Legacy. I'll see you next week. Peace and blessings.